we get in trouble, there's no one to help us out.
I'm afraid not.
Fantastic.
I don't understand, in what way is that fantastic?
Fantastic. Nice to meet you. Fantastic. I know, I can't believe I'm here to see this. This is fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, fantastic. Just need a bit of power. Has anybody got a battery?
This one big enough?
Fantastic.
Good old Dad.
Time for help, ditto. All in all things considered, fantastic. Fantastic. The planet Barcelona, you love it. Fantastic place. Before I go, I just want to tell you you are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Hello everybody and welcome to another top 10, and this one will be on the 9th Doctor. I've also done one on the 3rd Doctor, Jon Pertwee, so if you want to see that, there will be a link to that video in the description. But now we'll be doing the top 10 9th Doctor stories, which there are in fact 10 9th Doctor stories, so that will, well basically this would be a ranking video of all the episodes, but yeah, I like picking top 10s anyway. I'll do a top 10 on every Doctor mainly, yeah. So, without further ado, let's get started with number 10. So number 10, for this is why, by the worst 9th Doctor story, not the Dalek story, but it's Boomtown. This is the least favourite story, I just do not like it. I think it's absolutely a pathetic story with the Slitheen in it. Anyway, I'm not really a fan of the Slitheen monsters, they're not really my favourite, but I'll read the blurb of it anyway. The TARDIS crew take a holiday, but the Doctor encounters an enemy he fought long since dead. A plan to build a nuclear power station in Cardiff. The city discusses an alien plot to rip the world apart, and the Doctor dines with monsters he discovers, traps within traps. So it does sound good for an end of a world story, but to be honest, it isn't a good story, and it's definitely the worst 9th Doctor story in my opinion. Okay, for number 9, we have The Long Game. It's definitely better than the Boomtown. It is quite a clever story that they go to the, is it floor 500? I can't remember because I haven't seen this in such a long time, but I'll probably read the blurb. What floor is it? Yeah, it's in Satellite 5, it doesn't say what floor number it was, but they all go to this floor and they might never return again. It's a clever story, but to be honest, it's not. The Long Game isn't my favourite story. It's definitely one of the weaker ones in my opinion. It has got good acting in it with the editing. With the editor, he's pretty good as well. But as a story, it's not the best, not the best in the world. But it's alright. I think the next one is The End of the World. A pretty good story this one is. This is where I like the 9th Doctor a bit more. It's just really The Long Game and Boomtown I don't really like, but this story's okay. The End of the World is a good story. It does show well, all the way back until the world ends and it explodes. It's quite emotional really, and clever that she's actually still ringing her mother on the phone as well, and just seeing the world burn I think that's quite clever as well. And yeah, it's an alright story. It's not too bad. I like it a little bit. It's a bit silly in some places, but it's not too bad. Now for number 7, we have Aliens of London and World War III. Again, the Slitheen are not my favourite, but this is a fairly good two-parter actually. I will say World War III is better than Aliens in London. It does get more stronger, the story, good acting, very humorous, but it's still not my favourite story out of the 9th Doctor series. I'll just read the blurb of it as well. I haven't seen this story in quite some time. I'll just read Aliens in London. The Doctor takes Rose home, but when the spaceship crash lands in the In London, it closed off the whole world on red alert while the Doctor investigates the alien survivor. Rose discovers that her home is no longer a safe haven. Who on Slitheen? So yeah, good story, but I'll say crap monsters. I just don't like the Slitheen, really. But I guess the human version acting of them that are good. I just don't like the aliens in general. Alright, we're at number 6 now, and we have Rose. Very good introduction to Doctor. Well, a very good introduction to the new series of Doctor Who. Great performances for the characters. I do like this one, and it's again, like the Spearhead from Space, it has the Autons in it. Again, it's not as good as Spearhead from Space, obviously, but the Autons are... I like the Autons. They're very good. They're very good, actually. They make anything plastic alive. So, yeah, it's essential to any Doctor Who fan to see that episode. Really, I like that one. At number 5, it is the Unquiet Dead. Now, I haven't seen this in a fair old time, but I do remember watching it when I was quite young, and I was a bit scared about it, because with the Gelf, I think they're called the Gelf zombies, I think they're called. Yeah, the Gelf. Yeah, they're called the Gelf. I don't know why I said zombies for. But, yeah, this one did creep me out a little bit as well. And, yeah, it's definitely a good story. This one is historical, I think. Yes, it is. It is historical. So, yeah, Unquiet Dead. That's a very good story. At number 4, we have The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances. Very good two-parter, and again very scary for a child actually wearing a gas mask. It actually shows quite a bit of fear, and as well people's faces turning into a gas mask. It's that was a very horrific scene when we saw that with that actor, that yeah, him right there. You just see his face turn into a gas mask, and that was pretty creepy. That was, but absolutely fantastic two-parter, and it's in World War times as well, which is a very good time space. That I really like. That's a very good one, very good story. At number 3, oh, we're back to this one again. We have Father's Day, a very, very sad story. This one is gets very emotional to Rose Tyler and her dad, because her dad got, well, spoilers if you haven't seen it. I would mute this for 5 seconds right now. Her dad was actually killed by her, and you know, Rose sees her dad getting killed on this story, which is, yeah, or run over, I would say, and then yeah, it gets very sad, and then the ending, it gets very emotional. The story does, and it's a very good story. Definitely deserves the top 3 for a Ninth Doctor story. Father's Day is a very good story, and when they're trapped in the church, very good one. Now, the only 2 left are the Dalek stories now. It's not very surprising to leave the 2 Dalek stories, because these 2 Dalek stories are very, 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 very good. They are. But at number 2, we have... which one will I take away? It is Bad Wolf and Parting of the Ways. Excellent two-parter, absolutely brilliant. It remarks the return of the Dalek Emperor, which was actually from Evil of the Daleks. Well, I'll just get the CD right now. Yeah, the Dalek Emperor's in this. That's the Dalek Emperor from the Evil of the Daleks, and he now remarks his return. He's definitely changed. Very, very good story this one is. Absolutely love this one. Bad Wolf with the games. I just like the game thing. It reminds me of Vengeance on Virus with Colin Baker a little bit. And Parting of the Ways. The ending, magnificent. One of the best regeneration endings to any Doctor. Absolutely great performances throughout. And you guessed it, at number 1, we have Dalek. Now, the reason why I love this story so much is because how the Doctor reacts to a Dalek. You could see him have complete anger, furious on his face, because he just hates the Daleks so much. I just love his reaction to the Daleks. I will say this, the Ninth Doctor is the best Doctor to react to a Dalek. You can just see his anger when he looks at a Dalek. I just love his reactions to the Dalek, and there is a lot of death in this one, along with Part of the Ways, but you can just, this is probably a Dalek at its best. It kills so many people, it's just absolutely brilliant, and the ending, yeah, it's actually quite sad. You actually feel sorry for a Dalek, you do, but you can see it's all tortured and just completely bashed up, really. It's just tortured to death, and then it just wants freedom, it does, really. Yeah, it's a fantastic story, and definitely deserves #1 for the Ninth Doctor. So I hope you enjoyed my top 10, I forgot her Ninth Doctor stories. Probably my next top 10, it would either be, well, maybe Patrick Troughton, maybe Patrick Troughton. I won't do any of the audios for Patrick Troughton, but just wait until I have 10 Patrick Troughton stories and I'll do him, or I might be doing, I think Patrick Troughton might be next. I just have to get the Seeds of Death and Enemy of the World, and then that might be 10 stories then. So yeah, I might do Patrick Troughton next. So hope you enjoyed my top 10. I will see you in my next video, which will be the unboxing of the Enemy of the World. So stay tuned for that.